be here during the lesson, but as I told you, you can follow the lesson on Twitter after the lesson if you want, and you can ask your questions on WhatsApp anytime you want. But I think it's time to start today. As you all know, last week I told you that we are going to talk about projects this week, and I'm sure you all got your documents from WhatsApp. I sent you some text and keywords to work on, but before that I'm going to start with the project. And yes, I want to hear your ideas. What is a project? What can you say? You can use your microphone, or you can just type it on this part here. Yes, what is a project? Can you hear me?
We can hear you well.
Thank you. So, do you want to say anything about the project? What is a project?
So everyone must be thinking.
Yes, you can use your microphone or type it here. Okay, then I'll continue. All right. There are two definitions. The first one is the important one. A project is, I think, something planned and okay. A project is defined as a temporary endeavor with a beginning and an end, and it must be used to create a unique product, service, or result. So if you're working on a project, the thing you have to keep in mind that there should be a result, there should be a kind of product at the end of the project. What kind of projects do you know, or are you running any project, a school project or something like that? Can you just give me some names of different projects? They can be national, international, or maybe just for companies. Can you name any project? For example, do you know anything about e-twinning? Okay, then I should continue then. As we have, yeah, English, I think you want to say something. Yeah, they're all quiet today. I don't know why. Engin Hoca, you want to say something? Listening. Engin Hoca. Okay. When we think of projects, it doesn't have to be related with education all the time. It can be some kind of enterprise. You can do your projects outside the school. You can have a kind of hospital project. You can have a kind of, let's say, trade project, and everything can be a kind of project. But here, we are talking about projects that we use at school. And when we want to talk about projects, we have to keep in mind that our ultimate aim is to teach, and for students, it's learning. And here, I want to talk about project-based learning, which is PBL. Project-based learning is when students design, plan, and carry out an extended project that produces an output, such as a product, publication, or presentation. So, as you can see, there are three important P's here: product, publication, and presentation. What is a product? What can you say about a product? What can we call as product? My teacher is writing something. I think you can't hear me. Can you hear me now, Sema teacher? The question was this: at the end of a project-based learning, there should be some outcomes or outputs such as product, publication, and presentation. And the question was, what can a product be? Let me give you an example. For example, let's say that we have sugar, we have butter, we have flour, and at the end of this project, we can have helva as a product. Do you get what I mean? So, just think about a school. You're running a project-based learning, a project about your school, your class. What can a product be from this project? Yeah, numbers. Thank you, Halil Hoca. Can you be a bit clear about these numbers? Welcome, Emel teacher. Emel teacher, maybe you can check your speakers, or you can use a kind of headphone.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, who is speaking?
Yes, I'm Emel Kırçan.
Emel teacher.
Yes,
Okay, hello, Emel teacher. Can you give us an example about a product of a project-based learning at a school?
product. Every year, at the end of
Yes.
the school, we have a
Hmm.
science festival. In this
Great.
festival, our students, our students make some projects, and the product we show all of them. The product.
So you have a project, and at the end of the year, you just present your products. That is the presentation part of it. Great. Okay. So you have a kind of school fair and just present your products, school projects. What about publication?
Publication.
Mhm. For example, using media, newspaper, or television, or social media.
In our school web
Yes.
paper, we publicate which one is the best.
Okay. Is it something good for the students? What do you think? Do the students like these publications and presentations?
Yes, they like
Mm-hmm.
they became happy. They become
Mm-hmm.
happy with this
Mm-hmm.
because they see their products and their names with them.
Very good. Emel teacher, I think that is the key point. They want to see that their products or their, let's say, projects are seen by other people. That helps to motivate them for the next project. That's a good way. Okay, very good. Okay, Halil teacher, you said we make the publication date for the children and for the someone is using the microphone.
Kullanmadığım sürede kapatabilirsen.
Thank you. Okay, so let's move on. The next step. Yeah, a project is ideally, these outputs are exhibited to an external audience. Okay, if we just exhibit, it will be important. As my friend, dear friend, ML teacher told us, when they publicate them, students get motivated. It can be a powerful motivator for the students, and it's a pedagogical approach that children like it, and it allows students to solve real life problems creatively and collaboratively, which means that when they are trying to work on a project, they are dealing with real life problems, and at the same time they are learning. Learning and producing is at the same time, and which is very valuable for all of us. Okay, let's move on. Here we see a cartoon. This is Inspector Gadget. Do you know this cartoon character? Inspector Gadget? Yes, good. That was one of my favorite when I was kid. I think it's not on TV anymore. Great, you all know it. He's a detective, okay? But they call it as Inspector Gadget, not detective, okay? Good. I like cartoon movies too. So, it looks like most of the teachers are like this inspector. We have everything in our pocket. Of course, it's our brain, it's our head. We don't have real life gadgets like this, but we have ideas in our mind. And here it says, what kind of teacher are you? Are you a teacher like Inspector Gadget? I mean, do you carry an axe in your pocket? Okay, you're writing and I'm waiting. Yeah, you try to be a teacher like this, okay? Well, you know what? I found this cartoon, this picture, when I was looking for a good picture for 21st century skills. I think this picture, this cartoon, really summarized the idea of 21st century skills. Do you know anything about this 21st century skills? Have you ever heard about this idea? 21st century skills. Humanity, okay. Technology, okay. Creative, very good. Environmental, okay. Fast. Versatile teacher. Okay, what do you mean, Engin teacher? Self-confident. Okay. Ah, okay. Thank you. Learning environments. Great. Okay. Good. Let's move on. Global. Very good. A good teacher and also a teacher who has the 21st century skills should be global, should think globally. Very good. Okay, let's go back to this project-based learning idea. When I searched the net for this, and I saw that there are 6 steps of project-based learning. I'm going to start with the first one. The first one is start with an essential question and always keep in mind that there is no one answer or one solution. So the starting point is the essential question. Remember, what is essential? Yeah, important, necessary. Why do you think that we should start with an essential question? Very good. ML teacher said that we should start with a real problem for you. Very good. It should be creative. Okay. So the question should be real life question, should be about the environment we are living in, and it should be creative. It should be a basic question. Thank you, Sultan teacher. Okay, but here in parentheses it says, always keep in mind that there is no one answer or solution. What do you think about this? Are there more than one solution, more than one answer to these questions? Do we agree with this idea? Yeah, we agree, okay. Because if we think that there is only one answer, there is no progress. Okay. Yeah, you always think that, but not find a solution. What do you mean, ML teacher? Do you mean more than one solution? Yes, ML teacher. Yeah, ML teacher, you're right. There should be more than one solution. Okay, next one. Design a plan for the project and involve the students in planning. It says designing a plan for the project is important, but here it says we have to involve the students in plan. Why do you think we should involve the students in plan? Or do we have to? Schedule, maybe, Sema teacher, good, that is the schedule. Timeline and economics. Yeah, you're right. We have to keep everything in a planned timeline, and also we have to think about the economics. Okay, timeline. Good. Next step is create a schedule. This is the second one. It says create a schedule and design a timeline. So design a plan and design a timeline are not the same thing. Timeline is something different, as you can see. Brainstorming is for the second one, designing a plan, but create a schedule is just about the time. Yeah, educational Brainstorming. Next step is monitor the students and the progress of the project. That control without preventing students from taking responsibility for their work. What is the meaning of monitor here? What do you do when you monitor the students? Okay, to look, to follow, okay, to look at the students, free collaboratively. Okay, here monitoring is something like this. You are just think that you're watching the television. There's an event on television, you're watching it. The TV screen is a big monitor. Can you just change the event or can you just change the problem in the movie or in the scene? You can't, you just watch it. Here it says when you are monitoring something, you're just observing it. You're not interfering with the event. You're not just changing what's going on there. Okay? So you just let the students take the control. Okay? When you're monitoring, you're observing it. Very good, Engin teacher. Only look. Thank you. And the next step is assess the outcome. This will help the teacher design instructions to teach more effectively and provide diagnostic feedback. Okay, this looks like a kind of doctor and patient stuff. You just observe the students, watch them, monitor them. You have a kind of diagnose, and you after that you give them a kind of feedback. Okay, just check them. Very good. Okay, what do you do at the end of this assessing the outcome? Why do you think we are assessing them? Cooking. Okay. Okay, two people are writing at the same time, waiting for them. Engin Hoca, you can turn on your microphone. I think you want to say something. Consequence examination. Okay, ask question. Very good. Let's move on. It says evaluate the experience, which means that validate what students have learned and make suggestions for improvements. Which means that when you're having a kind of school project, a kind of project-based learning activity, when you monitor the kids and assess their outcome and evaluate what's going on, you'll have a chance for them to develop their own learning system. Okay? So, I think we can move on to the next step. It is about the keywords about these projects. Just think that you're running a kind of project and you want to go outside the country, in another country, and I think there should be some keywords, some vocabulary in your mind to keep. So I'm going to ask you some words and I want your example sentences for these keywords. The first one is approach. What can you write about approach? The first thing is, what is approach? Sema teacher? You have already tried different approaches. Very good, okay. That's good. Others? This helps the children approach a high emotional situation in a more objective manner. Very good. Maybe you can use your microphones. If I want to solve any problem, I must try a new approach. Thank you, Halil teacher. My approaches are always pedagogical to my students. Very good. Exam. Okay, Sultan teacher. My microphone is not working. What can I do? Engin Hoca, I'm writing it, okay? A different approach, okay. Sentence. Students support new experiment approach. Very good. Engin Hoca, maybe you can just leave the room and try to come back. Engin Hoca, maybe you can use the microphone button at the top of your page. Okay? Now, let's move on. The next one, assess. What can you say about assess? I want your sentences, sample sentences for assess. You suggest a different approach, very good. But now we are talking about assess. I like to assess my investments very carefully. Okay. Okay, I assess that this idea is not very good. Engin Hoca, is your microphone working now? How do you assess your...
They were very successful in my exam evaluation to my students.
You're talking about assess or which one? I missed the first part of your sentence, Engin Hoca.
I saw that they were very successful in my exam evaluation to my students.
Very good. Thank you, Engin teacher. Okay, now Damla teacher, you said, how do you assess your students? And Sultan Aktaş, you said, I assess responsibility. Very good. Damla teacher has a question. She says, how do you assess your students? How do you assess your students? Difference. Sultan Hoca assessed the responsibility. What about the others? I observe their improvements. Very good. Observation is one of the best idea about observing, assessing the students. Okay. What about the next one? Next one is audience. What do you think about audience? Maybe you can write a sample sentence for audience. Yes, my teacher says that students are generally the audience of the class. Yeah, you're right. In a kind of classic classroom, when the teacher is talking and trying to teach something, students are the audience. Okay, we always have audience in our classroom. Okay. Spectators, they are the spectators. Okay. Emology is writing something. In our lesson, our audience are our students. Very good. Yeah, let's move on. There's a nice bird song. Yeah, there's a bird in my room. Maybe can you hear it? I can't understand. Thank you. Okay. She's excited. Her name is Sarah. Yeah, and she's also listening to us. If it's a problem for you, I can take it out.
I talk about audience. We invited students' families as a viewer to the 23 April National Sovereignty and Children's Day shows held at our school. For example, my students, Kerem, and other students.
Engin Hoca. Engin Hoca, your microphone is off again. Maybe you can write it here. Okay. Yeah, Sarah is one of my audience as well. Yes, you're right, Sema teacher. Okay, let's move on. Carry out. I have new plans about my life and I hope I can carry out all this. Very good. Nowadays, carry out project very important. Very good. Okay. So carry out means yürütmek. Yes, very good. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Next one, collaboratively. I think collaboratively is very important for running a project. Students should work collaboratively. Also, teachers should work collaboratively with their students. If we want to end coronavirus, we should work collaboratively. Wow, I love that sentence. That's very good. That's a professional work. Very good. Thank you. Global world's important collaboratively. Okay. Thank you, Halil teacher. The audience, what wants from speaker on TV? Can audience want anything from the speaker on TV? I'm not sure. Okay. We have carried out housework at collaboratively at home for 1 month. Yes, Engin teacher. I think we are all the same these days. We are running out. We are carrying out the household things at home collaboratively with family members. This project is easier if you work collaboratively. Very good. Let's move on. The next one, that is components. What do you think about components? Many people are writing at the same time. The components of this language, academy, education, activity are us teachers. Very good, Engin Hoca. The education components are students, teachers, and family. Very good. Okay, I think that's enough for this component. Children behavior research components, family, school, and environment. Oh, that's a good sentence as well. Okay. Components are worked collaboratively. Very good. Thank you, Sultan Hoca. That's good. Next one is creatively. I want to see your sample sentences for creatively. Hakan Hoca, big problems only. Big problems only. We can solve the big problems creatively. Very good. Different dreams. Children was creatively. Okay. Maybe children were, because it's plural. No, no need to say sorry. It's okay. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Diagnostic. This is a kind of medical word, but we use it in our classrooms as well. What is diagnostic? First, maybe you can write the meaning of this word and then we can get the sample sentence. When I was a child, I was creatively dream. Yeah, you had creatively. I think you want to solve problems creatively when you have creative dreams, Engin Hoca. You're right. Students have creatively behavior. Okay. Every year, so many students have been diagnosed with autism. Yeah, you're right, Hakan teacher, Ali Hakan teacher. Temperature diagnostics is Celsius. Maybe, yeah, you're right. Turkish medical scientists approach diagnostic coronavirus COVID-19. Yeah, good. think this is very popular these days. Let's move on the next one. It is endeavor. What is endeavor? Effort. Okay. Can I get some sentences for this one?
Hi, teacher.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, listening. Halil teacher, I'm listening.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you?
Okay. Yep. Now I can hear. I'm going to try my sentence. I
Okay.
tried dieting and doing sports so many times, but my self-endeavor is very low to success both.
I loved your sentence. Thank you. Also, your pronunciation, everything was great. Thank you, Halil Hoca. Okay, Sultan Hoca and Sam Hoca, you're right thing. She endeavor for losing weight. Maybe we can say her endeavor for losing weight is great. We can say something like this. Endeavor is necessary for successful. Okay, Sultan Hoca, you're right. Okay, move on. Environment. Environment. These days we can't go out that much and we are not producing carbon dioxide and other gases, which means that because of this coronavirus, the environment is getting better. What do you think about this? Am I right about that? There is an emerging COVID clean the environment. Yeah, that was something I was trying to say. Let's keep our environment clean. Very good. We must protect the environment, save the world. She is the minister responsible for environment. Very good. That's a nice sentence. Very good. Let's move on. Essential. I think we gave some examples for this one at the beginning of the lesson, essential. But maybe you can write a few examples for it. Yes, Sultan Hoca, environment is a big problem on the world. Essential. Can you write your example sentence for essential? The money is very essential for our life. You're right. For everyone, it's essential. Very good. Thank you, Halil Hoca. In these days, for all of us, the essential thing is stay at home. Yes, we have to stay at home. It is essential. It is crucial. It is a life problem. Essential word must memories. Okay. Early diagnostic is very essential in COVID-19. Yeah, Engin Hoca, that's a good sentence. I think early diagnosis is essential for any kind of problem. Now I don't know what is important thing. Sultan Hoca, what do you mean? I think everything is important. Money is important. Health is important, especially mental health these days. Okay, let's move on. Study is important, very good. Okay, evaluate. Now, what is essential for corona diagnostic healthy? Is it your sample sentence or do you want me to answer this question? It is not nice to evaluate the students with multiple choice question. Yeah, good. Sultan Hoca, I think you asked this question. What is essential for coronavirus diagnostic health? What is early diagnosis of coronavirus? Is that the question? If it's something like that, when you diagnose a problem early, you can find a better solution. That is the idea. I made an evaluate exam for my class yesterday. Very good. At the end of a project, we must evaluate what we did. Very good. Thank you, Sultan Hoca. Okay, let's move on. Exhibit. Engin Hoca, you said we will realize the evaluation phase of this training program next week. Yeah, okay. You're right. Exhibit. What do you think about this? Exhibit. Any idea? No? Okay. Next one. Experience.
I can say with exhibit.
Yeah, Halil Hoca.
Yeah, I'm texting on my mobile phone, so it's sometimes hard to write. So I'm
Mhm,
answering with my own loud.
mhm,
My wife is really enjoying to draw pictures. One
mhm.
day, I hope she can exhibit her paintings.
Oh, very good. I hope too. I'd like to see your wife's drawing as well. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, cut internet, what do you mean? My teacher, no internet? Maybe just try to come into the room again. And Engin teacher said, good examples in education, the products of projects work will be exhibited in the first month of June. We hope so. Okay, experience. Campaign in the forest was good. Camping in the forest was good experience. Okay, very good. Ice skating was a good experience for me. This program was great experience for me. The teacher evaluated all the students. Okay, Dhamma teacher. Our experience is going to think collaboratively. Okay. According to my experience, she is a good person. People learn from experience. Very good. Next one. Extended. What is extended? Yeah, uzatılmış. Okay, what is the relation between project and extended? Why do you think we have this word here? Application producer was extended. Okay. Here, projects and project-based learning are not a day or a week study. So in schools, we have to extend this learning environment so we can have better projects. That's why we have this extended, the word extended here. And we have application extended at the end of the month, okay. The site has extended the quarantina. Very good, Hakan teacher. Halil Hakan teacher. The Minister of City and Environment wants to extend the road, okay. School holiday process will be extended this year due to the epidemic. Yeah, we have really good sentences for this word. Next one is coming. External. I can start with this. For example, this pandemic was a kind of external threat for people. It came from China. It was not something that we produce in Turkey. Okay. Let's see your sentences here. It's been a long time I haven't get any external call. Okay. Do you mean external call from outside Turkey or just outside your house? Yeah, okay. I lost my external disk. Oh, that's interesting. This external for this ticket external for breakfast. Okay. We don't think external quarantina. Okay. We don't want it as well. Okay, next one, feedback. I want your sentences for feedback. Due to the situation we are in, our education studies continue with external education. Engin Hoca, I think you studied well this week. Non-school distance. Okay. Feedback. We should give feedback for student exam. Okay, that's a good way of giving feedback to students. We can easily show them what they've learned or what they haven't learned. And also it's a kind of feedback for us to see what we should teach them, we should revise maybe. Yeah. Waiting for your sentences. Maybe we can just move on the next one. Do we teachers have any feedback for ourselves? We should actually. We should get some feedback. Maybe this can be a kind of self-feedback, or maybe we can get feedback from our supervisors, maybe friends. We need it. Engin Hoca, as I prepare for the lesson, I get better feedback on the topics and I get positive comments from my... Thank you, Engin teacher. They're always here to give you better feedback. Gidem Hoca, the lesson should end up with positive feedback. You're right. Every lesson should end up with a positive feedback. The scientists make feedback for corona. I think positive feedback or negative feedback. Any is important. Bad feedback belongs to him. Very good. Next one. Improvements. The technology increase on the technology improvement increased on 21st century, maybe, yeah. Thank you, Sema teacher. I think you meant that. Alican Hoca is writing. Okay. Next one, involve. Economic improvement will never be the same. Yeah, after this pandemic, nothing will be the same. I made pretty good progress in this course compared to my level before 6 weeks. Yeah, okay. So you mean that improvements and progress are similar. Step improvement, Alican teacher, Engin teacher, good example. Yes, involve. Methods that actively involve students in learning process are more effective. Very good. I like that my teacher included us in the lesson while teaching. Thank you. Okay. I've done my duties and I don't want to be involved anymore. Okay. Very good sentence actually. The countries must be healthy scheduled. Yeah, the countries must involve in this pandemic problem. Altogether, they should do something together. Involve in the exam on this subject. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Monitor. I think we did monitor before. We don't want to talk about this anymore. Next one is motivator. Yes, a good sentence for motivator. What can you write about this? Motivator. Any sentence? Emel Hoca, you're writing something. Involve in the, I motivate my students to read books, so you are a good motivator. When you motivate your students, you became a good motivator. Very good. My father is my motivator. Yeah, always like that. Get reward motivating. Very good. Getting reward is a good motivating activity. It's a good motivator. The teacher should be a good motivator all the time. When you motivate your students, you get better results. Every teacher should be a motivator, Sultan teacher. You are right. This sentence is very good. Let's move on. Outcome. What is outcome? At the end of a project, we must have outcome to be success. Why is the course at the end of the outcome? How? Okay. I don't know Engin Hoca. We'll see. Sultan Aktaş, I take homework outcome. Okay. You mean you use your printer to get the outcome of the page I sent you. You use it as a kind of printout, Sultan Hoca. Okay. That is also another meaning for this outcome. Let's move on. Output. What is the difference between outcome and output? Yeah, Sultan Hoca. Printout, the same. No answer is coming. Okay, let's move on. I wish to receive nice output as a result of my work. That's good. That's a good sentence. Thank you, Engin Hoca. Next one is a difficult word. Paradigm. Did you see the meaning of this word paradigm? It means model, example. It should be a kind of good model, good example. What can you write about this paradigm? Maybe I can give you something like, yeah, listening. Halil Hoca.
If you work as a teacher,
Hı
there
hı.
are lots of paradigm and you have to know all this.
Very good. Okay. Thank you. Others. I love being a paradigm for my students. Okay. I think the endeavor of Turkish health system is a good paradigm for other countries about this pandemic. What do you think? Our government is working well. Yeah, I think world of paradigm is changeable now. Yeah. Yeah, now. Okay. That's a good sentence. Okay. Let's move on. I'm going to write the rest of the words here. Okay. Maybe you can just choose and write your example sentence for any of them because we are running out of time. Maybe we can do it a bit faster. Pedagogical. Can you give your examples for pedagogical? Hello? I prefer to read pedagogical books due to my profession. Very good. Teachers must have a pedagogical education. Great. They can benefit from paradigm. Damla teacher, you are right. We can benefit from them. Pedagogical education is required for teachers. Yes. Mothers are first pedagogical educators. Very good. Yes, you're right. Mothers are teachers and they have to know about pedagogy. What about prevent? What can you write about prevent? Pedagogical paradigm of Turkey not suitable for students. Um, okay, that's a good sentence. Nowadays, people wear masks to prevent getting coronavirus. Wow, very good. Alican teacher, stay home to prevent spread of COVID. Very good. We don't always prevent our children doing wrong. Okay, COVID-19. Alican teacher, that was a good sentence. Vaccines prevent viruses. Very good. Okay. Progress. Okay, various measures are taken to prevent the spread of the disease. Okay, maybe precautions are better word for here. Various precautions are taken to prevent. Okay, you're welcome, Halil teacher. Sevim Hoca, you're writing something. Yeah, no vaccine found to prevent this COVID disease. Not yet. They're working on it. Okay, this week you're really active. I like this. I mean, you're writing, you're just uh, I think, medicine is progressed in China. Okay, I think with this lesson my English is progress. Okay, I'm going to progress with the book I read. Very good. Okay, next one, provide. Okay, you say, Halil Hoca, no one provides you from freedom, you must fight for it. Yes, no one provides you anything actually. Only teachers provide a good learning environment for their students. Okay, publication. Can I get your sample sentence for publication? Halil Hoca, that was a nice sentence actually. Turkey provides healthcare for citizens. Yes, very good. We are one of the best countries in the world. We provide good health services for the citizens. Very good. Yes. I'm late for answer. I don't provide. No problem for that. Your answers are always right. No problem for that. Our country provides the mask needs of different countries. Yeah, good. I think we are one of the best countries during this pandemic. Yes, responsibility. What do you think about this word? Responsibility. I may ask you something like this. What are your responsibilities at home during this stay-home time because of the pandemic? For example, going out and shopping is my responsibility. Yeah, your children are your responsibility. Mother and father responsibility, okay. But I mean, as a father, my responsibility is going out and doing the shopping. I don't let anyone go out. I just go, buy the things, come here, clean myself at the door, everything, do shopping, and get inside of the house. Okay, we provide food for poor family. Okay, we have a lot of responsibility at home. My children cooking and cleaning. Yeah, you're right. Maybe we can share these responsibilities at home. You can just have other people do the other works, the chores. Okay, let's move on the schedule. Maybe you can write a few sentences about schedule.
I want to talk about it.
Yes, Halil Hoca, listening.
I like to evaluate my spare time, so
Mhm.
I prepared a new working schedule.
Perfect. Very good. Thank you, Halil Hoca. Thank you. Okay. Taking responsibility for healthy generation is very important for parents. Very good. My work schedule is very bad this week. Very good. Another one, buses are running according to their schedule. Engin Hoca listening.
Distance learning schedule is going very well.
Thank you, Engin Hoca.
Thank you very much, my
Thank
teacher.
you. You're doing
Perfect
well
teacher.
today. Okay, Emel Hoca, you said you must have a schedule to be successful. You're right. Having a schedule is very important. And let's move on to temporary. Temporary. Yes, Sevim Hoca, listening. Halil Hoca, you are talking, I think.
Yep.
My sentence. I am aware of my teeth are looking weird, but they said those were temporary.
Good. Good. Your sentence is very good.
I saw the sentence in the Cem Yılmaz movie.
Very good. You're watching it. Great. Halil Hoca, you were saying something. Listening again.
I hope these bad days are temporary. Otherwise, the new world is going to be terrible.
Yeah, that was a good sentence. Also, you have very nice expectations from the future. I hope this is a temporary time for all of us. Okay, Sema teacher, you said bad days temporary. Yeah, I hope we have these bad days and these days are temporary for all of us. Okay, I have to prepare a work schedule for myself. You're right. We all have to prepare a work schedule for ourselves. Okay, next one is validate or validate. Both of them are. Okay, yes. You can use your microphone if you want or write it here. Listening.
These results are validate that our hypothesis is true.
Thank you, Emel teacher. That was a good sentence. The reservation was validated on Friday. Last Friday, very good. The exam results are validated by the teacher. Very good. And let's move on the last word, web access. Engin, family members are assisted in understanding and validating other members' values and perspectives. Okay, Sultan Hoca, these days are temporary that manager validated. Okay, very good. Okay, this is a temporary quarantina. Yes. Zoom's one-off web access. Okay. Validated. I get it. No problem with that.
Hi.
Halil Hoca, listening.
I found distance education is really useful, but
Mhm.
sometimes web access might be problem to connect.
Thank you. Great sentence. On the spot. Okay, we can learn a lot of things from web access. Okay, I use web access for this lesson. We are all using for it. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Next one. This is just something out of the project. I'm going to ask a few questions about different words. Here we have White House and White House. Which one is correct? What do you think? Or is there a difference between these words? Halil Hakan teacher, you said White House. You separated white and house. Engin teacher, white and house. White House. You said it should be separated. Or shouldn't it be? Damla teacher, you said the second one. Sultan teacher, second one. Halil teacher, separated. What if I say both of them are correct? Engin teacher, you said spatial name. What do you mean spatial name? Because spatial name only in the world, private name separate. Well, maybe we can say that both of them are correct because the first one, as you can see, it starts with a capital letter, White House, and that is the building where the American presidents live. That building is called as White House, which is Beyaz Saray. Okay? But the second one, the White House, has an adjective. Yes, Damla teacher, you are right. Has an adjective, a color, which means that there is a house and that house is white. So first one is the name of the building where the American presidents live, Beyaz Saray. The second one is a house which is white, which means that Beyaz ev. Okay? So there's another one for this. Greenhouse and greenhouse. Which one is correct and why? Engin Hoca, you said the first one, greenhouse. Alican Hoca, you said the second one, greenhouse. Emel Hoca, you said greenhouse as well. Emel Hoca, you said it is adjective, which means a house which is green. And Sema Hoca said greenhouse because it's a place where you grow up plants. So, which one is correct? Yeah, you're all writing, so I'm waiting for your answers. Greenhouse. Well, there is nothing special about this, but I can say that both of them are correct. The first one means a building which is made of glass. In that building, you can just grow up plants during the winter, spring, or autumn. You don't need to use it in summer because it will be very hot. But the next one is greenhouse. It has a kind of adjective at the beginning, which means that the house is green. Yes, Sema Hoca, you're right. Greenhouse is Sera. Very good. And next one is lighthouse and lighthouse. Which one is correct and why? Sultan Hoca, you said if adjective is second. Okay, we'll see. Engin Hoca is writing something. Engin Hoca, you said the first one is correct. Lighthouse is correct. What about the others? What do you think? Which one is correct and why? Halil Hoca, you agree, Engin teacher. Okay. The first one, lighthouse. Okay. What is a lighthouse? What do you think a lighthouse is? Yes, yes, you are right. Sema teacher and Halil teacher. Lighthouse is deniz feneri. There's nothing as lighthouse. I mean, which means hafif ev. We don't have such a thing. So we don't separate light and house. It should be together. The marine people use these lighthouses to find their way, especially in the dark. If they don't want to have a kind of shipwreck and something like that, it should be together, not separated. The sea light. Very good. Fener. It should be together. Yes, Sultan Hoca, it should be together. Okay. So, we are going to do something different. Today's topic was talking about project, and I told you if you want to work on project, maybe if it's a kind of international project, you can have the chance of going to other countries. I hope this pandemic ends one day and we can start our school life. And during the school life, projects are important, and I hope we can find the opportunity to go outside the country. If you want to go outside the country, you have to use this airport, and you have to use the planes, and maybe you have to just cross the border. We are going to have a kind of dialogue, and I want you to read the dialogue and fill in the blanks. Maybe we can fill in the blanks together. Yes, here's the dialogue. Okay, it's a dialogue between a check-in clerk and a passenger. Okay, just have a look at this dialogue first, and I want to get your answers for the first one. What can we write instead of this? To this blank. What can you write? That's nice. May I see your what? Emel Kırca, you said boarding pass, passport, passport, a flight ticket or a boarding pass, passport or boarding pass. Halil teacher, passport or boarding pass, visa. Okay. S&T. Okay. Normally, I said we can have more than one answer, but here there's only one answer. Actually, we can have two, but one is better than from the rest of them. Okay, this is the check-in part. So normally we go to this check-in to get our, let's say, boarding cards. So to get our boarding card, we have to show them either our ID card or passport. Okay? So the first one should be, one is passport. Okay, what about the second one? Okay, ticket, flight ticket, ticket. Okay, very good, ticket. Yeah, I think we are all, yeah, boarding pass is also acceptable, ticket and boarding pass. They have the same issue here, ticket and boarding pass. Thank you. So what about number 3? Delay. Okay. Delay, very good. Number 4. Gate number, very good. Gate number, okay. Number 5. Screen. Board. Yeah, maybe. But instead of screen board, they say we learned today screen board or monitors. Okay. Yes, number 6. I think number 6 is the most difficult one. Hand luggage. No, because check-in, the people in the check-in, they don't give you your luggage. They may take your luggage, but this man is asking for a kind of thing that check-in person can do. It's not luggage. Have you ever been on a plane? Have you ever been on a plane? Yes. So when you go to check-in, you show your ticket. I'm going to write for the, no, not ticket. You show your ticket. You give your luggage to that person in the check-in. And there you arrange something. You want the seat number. Okay? So while talking with that person at the check-in, you make a kind of decision. You just tell them to sit on the aisle or window. So you're just arranging your, seat number. You're talking about the seat number. So if you're talking about the seat number, what do you just keep in mind when you're talking about your seat number? Okay, is number 10 enough? Is number 11 enough? Or you just choose something? Yeah, corridor or windows. Very good. It's actually, they don't say corridor, they say aisle or window. And what do you prefer? Do you prefer the window side or the aisle side? Window. Yeah, we all like to have the window side. So what is it called as? Can I have a window seat? Okay, let's check the answers. So number 1 is passport. Number 2 is boarding pass or ticket. Number 3 is delay. Number 4 is gate number. You were all right with this one. Number 5 is TV monitors, screens. Most of the time they say TV monitors because there are big TV monitors around the airport. And the last one is the cockpit. Oh, it is difficult to have a cockpit seat. Nearly impossible. Okay, yeah. Okay, the last one is window seat. Let's continue with this dialogue. I want you to say true or false for the True, yeah. Okay. One true, one true, one true, true. Okay, true. The man is traveling to Warsaw to his daughter. One true. Okay, number two. The check-in agent gave the man his boarding pass. It should be false, the vice versa. The man gave his boarding pass to the check-in agent. Yeah, Halil Hoca. Okay, number three. The check-in agent doesn't know if there is going to be a delay. I think it is true. He doesn't know because normally if there's a delay, they inform them, but here they don't have any information about this, so it should be false. Okay, number uh, four, the man will find out the gate number later. True, he'll learn it later. He'll learn it from the TV monitors. And the last one, the man put some clothes from his suitcase in his luggage. Number five. False. Yeah, there's nothing like this here. Let's see the answers. The man is traveling to Warsaw to visit his daughter. True. The check-in agent gave the man his boarding pass. False. Vice versa. The man gave his boarding pass to the clerk, the check-in agent. The check-in agent doesn't know if there is going to be a delay. False. There is no information about this. The man will find out the gate number later. True. And the last one, the man put some clothes from his suitcase in his hand luggage. False. There's nothing like this. Okay. Here's a kind of puzzle for you. Okay. I want you to fill in this puzzle right now. The words that you're going to use will form a kind of keyword at the end. So, number one, Frank had lost his passport, so they didn't let him blank the plane. What is number one? Board, board, okay. Board. Okay, board. Very good. Number two. Number one is board. Number two. You should be at the 30 minutes before your flight leaves. Emel teacher, you said gates. 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 You're all right. Number two is gate. Okay. Number three. Put your coat in the overhead. I'm sorry, it's not hand luggage. I don't know. Well, what can it be? Yes, three. What is three? Shall I write? It is compartment. Okay. Number 4. Not belt. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4 letters. Talking about what time did your plane, it should be a kind of a 4 letter. But okay, but it should be a verb, not a noun. Yes, land. Very good. Okay, number 5. No, it's not flying. It's about coming. No, it should be arrival. Okay. Okay, number 6. Flight. Okay, the flight attendant. What about the others? Do you agree? Okay, should be flight. Number 7. Number 7. Luggage. Okay. And number 8. We have duty here. We have crew. Which one? It should be the cabin crew. And the last one, there's only 2 bags left on the what? This is a difficult one, I agree, but maybe you can try. No answer is coming. Shall I write? Engin Hoca, you're writing something? Waiting for you? No, okay. It is the conveyor. No. Okay, let's check the answers. No, it is conveyor belt. After just getting out of the plane, you get in the airport and you wait for your luggage to come out of the plane, and there you have to be waiting for the conveyor belt. Okay? Yes, the key word is departure. Engin Hoca, it's not wrong. It is conveyor. It has 8 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not conveyor. Conveyor. It's different. Okay, so we are coming. Okay. All right. So I have a kind of homework for you for the next week. Okay. It's going to be a kind of project for you. It's not difficult. I'm sure you can have it. It says, I want you to prepare a kind of book report recipe. Do you know recipe? What is recipe? Yes, okay. Very good. Okay. So during this pandemic, stay home time, I'm sure you are reading quite big amount of big numbers of books because we have lots of time. So I want you to prepare a kind of book report recipe. As you can see in the example, we have 5 steps. The first one is a cup of plot. Plot means the short, the brief, let's say, layout of the book, the place, the people, and everything. It says, tell briefly what the story is about. The second one is 2 teaspoons of characters. I want you to write who are the main characters and describe them briefly. You don't need to write long sentences or long descriptions of the characters. Number 3, 2 tablespoons of excitement, which means that select a short passage from the book that describes something exciting that happened in the story. The 4th step is add half cup of opinion, your opinion about the book, which means that what did you like about the book, what didn't you like, and add 1 teaspoon of recommendation. Maybe you can just recommend us the book. It says, whom do you think would enjoy this book and why? Okay? And the final step is finally sprinkle on the following information: the title of the book, the name of the author, the name of publisher, number of pages, and literary genre. Please take a look at the meaning of genre, then you can easily understand what I mean here. So next week I'm going to get this book report recipe. You can just prepare it on the computer. It can be kind of PDF or let's say Word format. You can just send it me on WhatsApp, or you can just send them through my email address. I'll get them and try to prepare my next lesson from the recipes that you have sent. Okay? Did you get what I mean? ML teacher, you're right thing? Yes, good. So next week, I'm going to talk about the book reports of you. Okay? So we are all done for today, and we are going to have a kind of revision week next week. I hope you'll be fine. Yes, Hali teacher, we are finishing. Maybe you can add
Thank
something.
you everyone for joining us today. And also thank you Eray Hocam.
Thank you. And here's my email address again. You can write it here. Thank you.
So next week it will be the last workshop with this group, but maybe in future we can have new workshops.